Nevertheless, we see that ahem, over the past day, an eternal and unshakable peace has already been established between Iran and Israel. Eternal and unshakable, it lasted for a whole hour and a half. And then, of course, it naturally turned into new mutual bombings. And just yesterday, Trump, who had fallen asleep with a peacemaker's halo, woke up in his usual striped nightcap. Of course, he was swearing terribly, but now we can't be sure of the sincerity of his outbursts. We understand that following the long-standing traditions of big diplomacy, he also believes that words are the best way to hide one's thoughts and intentions. Well, Trump ranted and raved for a while over there. It's unclear what he actually meant. But one thing is clear: no war can be ended until its true cause is eliminated. In this case, the cause of the war is Iran. And almost everything that could be done declaratively, legally, or militarily has already been done. The United States has already shown off, strutted around, and demonstrated the power of its air force. But it's pointless to keep bombing the territory. Endless ruins make for a very bad picture on television, but they are excellent fodder for Greta Thunberg. And she's already been well fed by Gaza. Global agitators will have a reason to wave not only Palestinian, but also Iranian flag. And that's not part of the United States' intention. Nevertheless, it seems to me that the West understands that it's time to put an end to the story of Ayatollah Iran. It's necessary to knock this crucial ally out from under Russia, out of Russia's orbit. And there's only one way to do that. The way is to break open this ferocious nest from the inside by crushing, scattering, and dispersing the groups of fanatics, both the Revolutionary Guard Corps and the zealots tied into the terrifying Basij structure. It's not as popular as is well known as the Revolutionary Guard Corps, but it may actually be even more influential. And this strangulation, this internal breaking of Iran, will of course be significantly more expensive and complicated than a one-time spectacular bombing. But if it isn't done, Iranian evil will recover and once again start churning out its vile bombs. Yes, the reason for this war is singularity Iran. Just as in the Russian-Ukrainian war, there is only one reason Russia. Until it is dismantled, this wherever without a visible concrete front line will continue to smolder and flare, burning holes in history across generations, multiplying cemeteries and tears. But we can see that the Kremlin apparently has assessed the depth of penetration of American bunker-busting penetrators and realized that they need to quickly build deeper underground shelters. And once those deeper shelters are ready, then they can start posturing again, squatting down and conducting negotiations in that manner. But for now, while the new bunkers haven't been built yet, they'll have to be hypocrites. Dmitry Medvedev, who wrote yet another of his epistles, was personally called out for it by Trump, who looked him straight in his deeply alcoholic eyes. And Medvedev, immediately, probably calculating the depth of his personal bunker where he thought he could ride out a nuclear winter, realized that, well, the depth wasn't all that great. He tucked his tail between his legs and fell over himself, apologizing. And to be fair, Medvedev found just the right tone. In fact, Medvedev turned out to be a useful device, an indicator of Kremlin fear. In that sense, he's spot on. By the way, in Persia, Turkey, and the East, in general, if a vizier or official wrote something inappropriate to someone powerful and furious, that person would simply, ahem, be sent the hand of the one who wrote the nonsense.